Oh, what a beautiful day to go out to the vineyard and do a little bit of work. It is spring here on Elm Creek, and as you can see, our neighbor actually got a bunch of olive trees planted on that hillside. And well, you can't really see them from here, but we have a bunch of grape vineyards right back on our hillside. Now, I've already done some of the work for the vineyard, but we're going to go out and take care of the last little bit. We've also got a hayfield right over there that we need to get taken care of, and we'll hopefully get into that as well today. But hey, if you guys enjoy the farming or kind of roleplay content here on the channel, then make sure you like and subscribe. That way I know, what you want to see more of. But with all that out of the way, let's figure out what we need to work on today. So as you guys can see, this is the mulcher that I had used already, and I've got herbicide and I think that one and fertilizer in this one. Like I said, I've done most of the grapes. We just have one little section left to do. In here, we've got a couple grape harvesters right there. We've got some Isekis right here. These are a Japanese brand tractor. And we also have our main workhorse, strangely enough, the electric ridge track or ridgy track, however you would pronounce that. So I suppose let's go ahead and get to work, shall we? Let's back this thing. Oopsies, not into the fertilizer. Let's back it back here to the mulcher, and that'll be step number 1 today. I know it's not a traditional crop, but I'm actually really enjoying having this vineyard. And also, you can get access to this entire save game. All you have to do is go to my Patreon and become a patron member. Make sure you pay attention to which tier gives you access to the save games. There are other perks included as well, some of which that are listed will be coming very soon. You can also get access with specific tiers of the YouTube membership as well. But with all that out of the way, let's go ahead and turn on the PTO, drop it down, and start mulching some grass with our electric tractor, eh? This is kind of the process that you go through with the grapes. Like I said, it is April 1st right now, so it is springtime. And really, we just kind of drive down between the whatever you want to call it, the rows here. We mulch up the majority of the grass and weeds and stuff, and then we go back through and we spray those away, as well as fertilize. And those are essentially all of the things that you need to do for your grapes. Sometimes it can get a little tight, especially the more on the hill you go, the more your tractor starts to angle. But eventually you get a hang of running through here. You just kind of got to put yourself towards the top end of the angle. That way your cab doesn't hit the next row down. But really, it's not that difficult of a task. I mean, they are a little bit demanding, but after we do this, we're probably going to be pretty much done. I mean, we might have to go through and mulch more just to keep the weeds down. That's probably about it, but we'll get the fertilizer put on here, and it'll be the only fertilizer we'll put on for the whole year, I think. But yeah, I'm going to finish mulching this here, and I'll catch you guys once we get on to spraying some herbicide through the rows. Woo! Oh, by the way, I wanted to mention this real quick. Those of you that are downloading the save game from the Patreon and stuff, if you're having any issues figuring out the mods, the only mods that you need are the CBJ shed, and that's only one of the buildings on this build. You can easily replace it if you don't have it for some reason. And the other one is the house pack, and I know the house pack is not currently listed on the mod list that I provide for free on Patreon. So I'm working on getting that added onto that mod list. I've been trying to figure out where exactly I got that exact version. I think I figured it out. I just have to test it real quick, and then it'll be added onto that mod list. But it's not the end of the world. If anything, just replace the house and replace the one building if you don't happen to have them for some reason, and it'll still be fine. But I just wanted to let you guys know that if you were someone who was having some issues with that with the save game. Also, keep in mind that the save game is only for PC. Now, I will catch you guys when we're done mulching. All right, there we go. We have got the entire section mulched here. We're just going to pick that up, turn it off, and we'll get back over to the shed. And we'll swap out the mulcher now for our tank full of herbicide, our mister, and we'll get that spraying on this section here. Good Lord, these hills are huge, man. And then we'll move on from there. This is a really beautiful place right here. I love this. Boy, I'll tell you, that gigantic windshield wiper deal in the back really makes it difficult to see what you're doing. Now, I gotta try and guess which one of these has herbicide in it. I think it's this one. Let's find out. Pretty pretty sure that's herbicide. So I'm just going to say that we got it figured out. Let's go out into the field and we'll find out for sure. I mean, it doesn't really matter either way because we got to do both herbicide and fertilizer. So we'll just take the old jet engine out there and we'll see what it is. All right, we made it out here to the last little section. Let's get lined up and see what we've got inside of the old sprayer here. Pull on up and turn it on. Yep, that's herbicide. Perfect. So look at that. That is so cool. You got the mister and it mists onto the vines in like a, I mean, I don't know what to call that. That's a 180 or so. Just super, super cool. I think it's one of my favorite pieces of equipment in the game, if I'm being honest. Ooh, she's a little runaway. Actually, I don't need to go down this one. Oh, but trying to back out of here, I'm going to get myself all kinds of jangled up here. You know what? We'll just go down to the end. Oh, no. Oh, I did it. I did it. I hit it. Oh, come on. Fit, fit, fit. Woo. You got to be really precise with driving this thing. All right, line it up for the third one right here. There we go. So you can actually skip a row. You do one, skip, one, skip, one, skip, okay? And the reason is, let me go ahead and set my cruise and just turn this on. It'll reach kind of all the way across over there. Do you see that? You don't have to do each row. You do every other row, and then it'll cover every row, if that makes any sense. It's kind of got a row and a half, or I guess it's covering 1, 2, but then you got to talk about the sides of the rows, so it's like covering 2.5-ish rows, right? Or I don't know how to explain it, but long story short, just skip, okay? Also, so I'm not fighting myself to turn around at that really tight section, I'm just going to head down here every single time. But I think you guys get the idea. We're going to spray this, we're going to get all of these weeds away, and then we will move on to the next task today. So I'll just catch you guys here in a little bit. Uh-oh. I think I misjudged my, whether I would fit down that or not. There we go. Back up off of it a little bit. All right, come on. Squeeze down it, Jake. Don't hit it, don't hit it, don't hit it, don't hit it. Ooh, it's a tight fit. Keep in mind, guys, that the ridge track is not actually designed for the grape work. But darn it, I wanted to use an electric tractor. I just felt like that was the appropriate thing to do with grapes. I don't know why, but it's just how I felt. If you want to have an easier time doing this, you want to go with the Landini or the Fendt. I think it's Landini, right? Or Landrini or something. I can't remember. The blue one. But there we go. We've got it all sprayed. Herbicide is done. Mulching is done. Climbing the hill is near impossible. And now we just need to fertilize this little spot here. But I'll tell you what, we'll do that later because I don't want to apply herbicide and then immediately apply fertilizer. So let's move on and get ready to mow some hay over on that other field. All right, I suppose let's get at it, shall we? We've got the mower blocked in. Of course we do. Gosh dang it. And we'll probably just use, I mean, really, it doesn't matter. We can use the case or the deer. Either will work. But we'll hop in the case. We'll get that stuff moved out of the way. This is more so our baling tractor and stuff. So we might use the deer to mow. In fact, that's probably what we will do. Let me just quickly move all of this junk out of the way here. There we go. Got that stuff moved out of the way. But now we can hop into the deer, fire it up, and we'll use this to go mowing out there today. So let's just back ourselves up, get connected to our mower, and the field is literally right next to this shed, so we don't have a very long ways to go. And right over there is the field. I think I'll just pull out onto the highway and get started from there. Make sure nobody's coming. Looks clear, looks clear. We're good. Let's get to mowing, shall we? All right, we're kind of lined up. Let's go ahead and drop it down, turn on the mower, and let's roll. We're gonna get a little bit of a face full of tree through this path here. Don't mind that at all. So interesting enough, the grass that you plant with the seeder and the grass that you paint with the paint tool are two different grasses. You guys can see the difference here, right? The stuff on the outside where I'm driving the tractor is the paint tool grass, and you can tell right through here that the hired helper didn't finish planting a lot of that area right there. The grass inside of it is the planted grass with the seeder. So I just thought I'd point that out. I find it really interesting that it's two different grass types, yet can both be mowed for grass. I don't know if there's a nutrients difference between the two grass types, or if there's a you know, anything like that. When it comes to feeding it out to your cattle, I know you can fertilize the kind that you plant because it still remains a field. Whereas if you do the paint tool, it technically takes that away, so you can't fertilize it anymore. But I don't know. You guys let me know what you think, and maybe you know a little bit more on that subject than I do. But we'll do a couple headlands here, and then we'll do our down and backs, and we'll have our grass mowed. We're going to have to wait for it to dry out yet, but the weather should be in our favor last time that I checked. Now, admittedly, I haven't checked recently, so let's just double check here. It's not going to rain anytime today. Actually, it is going to rain today. Okay, well, you know, a little rain on the grass never hurt nobody. What's my favorite saying? You mow grass, it means it's going to rain. So, we just brought the rain this way, that's all. I'm sure the other farmers around that are planting their corn and stuff, I'm sure that they appreciate that we're mowing some grass for them. That way they know they're going to get some rain. Realistically, I ought to be charging them for it. So here's my question, is with seasons in 19, when it was a mod, you can let the hay sit on the ground and it would just dry over time. And that's what we do in real life. We never in my life run a tedder through hay. Never. So I'm wondering if we can do that base game seasons in 22. We'll find out here. I'm hoping so. I'm hoping I don't have to run a tedder through this to make it dry. If that's the case, I'm going to be very upset because I'm sure that there are people out there, plenty of people out there that actually do that in real life. But we've put up a lot of hay in my time, and we have never once done that in my life. Not around here, at least. So I'm hoping that we don't have to do that, but we'll find out, I guess. Well, guys, there we go. We've got this field completely mowed, at least almost. We're on the last little stretch here. We're going to let it sit out and try and dry. We'll see if that actually takes a hold or not. Only time will tell. But we'll get this thing put away, head on over to the vineyard once again, and we will just get right back to work on fertilizing over there. Let's just back this mower back into its spot real quick, and whoa! Once we've got it in its spot, we'll just run back over to the little electric tractor, eh? All right, guys, we've got the fertilizer, and we're headed back out to the grape vineyard, but that is going to be it for this video. I hope you all enjoyed today's video. If you did, make sure you give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Don't forget, you can get this save game on the Patreon, and we've got a lot of cool stuff coming up here soon that I'll be announcing to you guys more in depth. Let me know in the comments down below what you want to see more of. Oh, we hit a tree branch. And until next time, I'll see y'all later. Peace.